Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in a resourceful feeling of relaxation. And as you exhale, just allow any feelings of worry, stress, tension, or any intrusive thoughts to feel like they're leaving your body in your outward breath. Breathing in that lovely feeling of relaxation and calmness, and just allowing tension to melt away. And I want you to focus on the parts of your body where it feels there could be echoes of tension. Maybe your jaw, your forehead, your neck or your shoulders. And I want you to imagine, breath by breath, it just feels that the frequency and the ability of energy around you is just dissipating any of those things, melting them away, enabling you to feel deeper and deeper relaxed. Eyelids feeling more and more relaxed. Thinking back to a time when you yawned. And maybe there's been a time in your life where you saw an animal yawn, maybe a cat or a dog. And it had that weird sensation by seeing something yawn, created almost a craving to yawn yourself. So as you breathe in and breathe out, just feel yourself embracing the essence of a yawn, taking you into a sleepy, wonderful feeling of relaxation. I want you to think of a time in your life when you felt absolutely safe. Maybe you were with someone that you felt could protect you. Or maybe you were in a place where you felt secure. Or maybe your mind was just in a place where you felt invincible in that moment in time. So as you breathe in and breathe out, feel a wonderful feeling of safety going into your body, and any anxiety feels like it's leaving, enabling you to feel deeper and deeper relaxed. That's it. And I want you to get an essence of what it means to try. Because many people have the idea that you try and try and try until you get what you want. But in many cultures, in many ways of thinking, the very word try seems to imply an expectation of failure in the very thing you're trying to do. And I want you to imagine you're a fly on the wall overhearing a conversation with someone that you feel perhaps is ill-informed, arrogant, somehow willing to spout information without any grounding at all in reality. And I want you to overhear a conversation where they are quite clearly stating that people like you just don't sleep very well. And maybe their tonality is implying there is some kind of inferiority, a flaw, an incapability of getting a good night's sleep. And as you imagine hearing them saying such a thing, allow that part of you that loves to prove people wrong to be awakened, activated. And I want you to define for yourself what sleeping well really means. Maybe it's the amount of time that you sleep, or maybe it's the amount of time that you sleep without awaking. As you start thinking about things that you can do to reduce the need to wake up in the middle of the night. And as you picture this face of this person that seems to think that you have the incapability of sleeping well, it strengthens a resolve to perhaps not drink water immediately before you go to bed, deciding maybe to have that last glass of water an hour or so beforehand, giving your body plenty of time to absorb the water it needs and allow the rest to leave your body naturally and healthily. But also to set the intention of a new boundary, that if you were to awaken in the middle of the night, you will refuse to feed the part that wants to awaken. Any cravings for snacks or foods, you can set the intention that you just won't do that anymore. And the worst thing that will happen is that you wake up a few times, realize that you're not willing to do that thing before deciding to drift back into a relaxing sleep. Within your imagination, I want you to create an image of a comfortable sofa. Maybe a sofa that you've had a great nap or a wonderful sleep on before. And when you can see that sofa, let me know by nodding your head. I want you to imagine you're wearing whatever clothing is appropriate to fall asleep on that sofa. And all I want you to do is imagine that wearing those clothes, you're moving towards that sofa. And maybe there's a cozy blanket or a duvet. And just find yourself positioning your body on that sofa where you can feel so comfortably relaxed. And maybe there's a cushion or a pillow, and you can imagine your head on that cushion or pillow. Feeling again that desire to yawn, even if you don't yawn, just feel the wonderful feeling of what it would be like to deeply yawn. And then feel the weight of your head on that pillow or that cushion. Feel the coziness under the covers. And feel your body feeling so comfortable and safe on that sofa. As you breathe in and breathe out, I wonder what would happen if you tried not to sleep while simultaneously feeling relaxed and sleepy. For a long time now, you've been trying to sleep, making sleep ever more elusive. So it makes sense to see what happens when you try to stay awake while doing all the things that make sleep wonderfully inviting. And you might think about trying really hard to keep your eyes open. But the more effort you put in, the heavier they might feel. Imagine you're telling yourself, you must stay awake. And each time you repeat it, you just feel an increasing urge to feel drowsy and sleepy. It's perfectly fine to resist sleep. But have you noticed, the harder you resist, the more comforting that sofa or perhaps that bed feels? Why not challenge yourself to stay awake? But be warned, the more you challenge, the quicker you might find sleep overtaking you. So tell yourself, I will not sleep. And notice how that very thought seems to drift you closer to a dream. And each time you think of staying awake, you may just surprise yourself with a long, relaxing yawn. And the interesting thing is, the more you concentrate on not sleeping, the more your body might just decide it's the perfect time to rest. And what if you thought about every reason you should be awake? And you could discover how each one becomes a gentle lullaby, pulling you deeper into relaxation. And you're free to avoid sleep, but you might find it amusing how doing so only amplifies your desire to drift off. So instead, focus intently on staying awake. Really try, and be amazed at how that effort can flip into a longing to drift off into wonderful sleep. And maybe you believe you can resist the pull of sleep. But the irony is, the more you resist, the more inviting sleep becomes. I want you to imagine what it would be like where you're in a contest where you simply mustn't sleep. Yet with every second you try to win, sleep playfully beckons you closer. Staying awake is an option. But isn't it intriguing that by choosing that option, sleep seems even more irresistible? There's many things in your life that the harder you try, the more elusive the outcome becomes. When people really try to have fun, fun seems to disappear. And yet, when they don't even think about having a good time, you can smile and laugh. So what if the harder you hold on to consciousness, the more your subconscious might just decide it's time to dream? It's quite alright to be alert, but do remember that the more alert you are, the quicker you might just fall into the deepest sleep. And maybe you need to remind yourself to stay awake. And then smile when you find that the very reminder makes your eyelids feel heavier and drowsier, feeling more safe and relaxed. So focus all of your energy on not sleeping, and then find an amusing feeling as internally that energy seems to wrap you in a warm, sleepy blanket. You've had moments before where you thought, I'm not going to sleep. I can't sleep. I need to sleep. But from now on, every moment you think that you're not going to sleep, your bed probably feels a bit more cozy, and your sheets and covers feel a bit softer and more inviting. And you think of just one more reason to stay awake, sending you into a journey of deeper and deeper relaxation. Tell your mind to wake up, and in doing so, you might just notice your body sinking deeper into relaxation. It's a curious thing, but the more you tell yourself to resist, the more melodic and inviting the siren call of sleep becomes. There are certain things that you can't beat. You can stand by the ocean and try and defy the tide or the waves, but that won't stop the waves and the tide from coming. So challenge sleep all you want, but isn't it curious that with every challenge, a wave of sleepiness might just wash over you? So hold on to the idea of wakefulness as tightly as you want, and be prepared to find it might just slip through your fingers, leading you into wonderful dreams. Try as you might to escape the embrace of sleep, but every effort could just draw you closer into its comforting hold. Because the interesting thing about trying so hard to stay awake is how that very effort seems to be an invitation for sleep to arrive even faster. So imagine pushing away sleep with all your might, and find it humorous when that push feels like sinking into the softest, most inviting pillow. Breathe in and breathe out, trying hard to stay awake, knowing that your subconscious wants you to enjoy rejuvenating, restful sleep. And you may listen to this at different times, and some of those times might be when your body is ready to sleep. So very soon I will count from 1 to 10. And if your unconscious wants you to awaken, you will awaken. If your unconscious wants you to drift off into sleep, then that's exactly what it will allow you to do. As I count from 1 to 10. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.